Welcome, fellow internet people. We're going to test Tesla FSD version 13, and we're going to just drive over to Mission Barbecue. And it's as simple as press and hold on Start FSD Supervised. And we're in a parking space, so it's going to first back out. And then we're on our way.
In 500 feet, turn left onto Honeyglow Boulevard.
And for safety, it notifies us first with a blue glow that we need to pay attention if my gaze is averted from
Now make a U-turn to stay on Airport.
From the drive, and otherwise, if we still don't look, it will give us an audio tone.
Now turn left
to
onto
get our
Honeyglow
attention
Boulevard.
to look as well. So it's a nice safety feature, making sure that the driver's not just giving up on driving and is able to supervise at this point. And of course, we're working toward unsupervised for things like rideshare and robotaxi. To get to that point, Tesla wisely gave the drivers access to this feature as it's in development as a supervised full self-driving feature, so that they could make use of the driving recordings and the data that's captured when you use that feature. And they use that to train
In 500 feet, turn left onto Silver Spring Road.
the AI model that's driving us now.
Now turn left onto Silver Spring Road.
And if you go back even further, they first were working on popularizing EVs. And the strategy I gathered from that is first selling some EVs to help recoup development costs. First selling them ones that were high performance versus especially the electric vehicles that were available at that point, which were like Prius, I think, was probably the most popular. Not performant at all. And actually exceeding that and making EVs that were as fast or faster than many sports cars also. So that when people actually went to try these, test drive them, when they actually bought them, they'd be, one, overwhelmed by the performance, and then also telling their friends about it. Hey, you've got to get one of these. You've got to try it out at least. It's so much fun to drive. And that, those were higher cost vehicles, so they used that to fund the research and development on the next phases, which were expanding supercharging so that that was a lot more accessible, and removing some of the worry that people would have about having an EV, and also working on autonomy. So on the full self-driving AI model, which was previously code-driven, and now is all an AI model. So one thing that we've noticed is it seems to favor the right lane on roads like these, and while that's okay, if you don't want to be in the left lane, leave it for passing, it's not a very pleasant experience with all of the storm drains.
In 500 feet, turn right
For
onto
example,
Bel Air Road.
other things. So I usually wouldn't, and
Now turn right onto Bel Air Road.
okay. I usually wouldn't ride in that right lane. I would just ride in the left lane. So this is an unusual route for our destination, but we'll see what it does. Now, if that were stayed a red light, that might have made more of a difference, but we'll see. Pretty good that it didn't just cower from that vehicle in the suicide lane back there. Just handled it like any normal human would do.
In 1,000 feet, turn left onto East Joppa Road.
Didn't even slow down. I do have this in hurry mode, so you can look at that under autopilot. Yeah, we've got it in the hurry profile.
What is brake confirm?
So brake confirm is a new feature when you're using that start FSD from park button that we used earlier. Initially, this brake confirm is on by default, and what that does is requires you not only to hold down that button but also to tap on your brake to confirm that you want to start FSD. I've turned that off because it's more fun to just press and hold the button, and it's less to bother with. There's no children like getting in our cars or anything, so I think we're pretty safe to, or I think it's a per
Now turn
profile
left onto
thing
East Joppa Road.
also. So if one person wants that and the other person doesn't, they can set that how they want. And nicely, those settings are not just, and this isn't anything new, but those settings are not just per person, but they're also saved on our driver profile in the Tesla app in the cloud. So if we get into any other Tesla vehicle, it's going to load all of our settings automatically. Really well thought through. So you can just get in anyone else's car that you've been added access to and have your settings set all the way that you like them to be comfortable
Now your
driving.
destination is on the right.
And it's brought us to Mission Barbecue. And let's see what it does now. Will it park us? Will it drop us off? Let's see. A little bit of hesitation here. Looks like it is just gonna drop us here. Puts us in park. So, which is fine for, and actually I feel like Tesla has got this so ready for a robotaxi or rideshare that by default that's what it's doing, is dropping you off. Another thing it could be ready for is unsummon, which is a feature that they're working on. I think they're calling it unsummon, or vanquish, which would drop you off, and then it would go park for you after it drops you off, which would be super nice. That about wraps it up. So thanks for watching, and see you soon, hopefully.